Line now, we have the managing partner at amaBhungane, Sam Saul. Sam, a very, very good morning to you. Certainly this has been a long time coming. Did Tom Moyane have any cards left to play?
Look, apparently he threatened to interdict this move, but the commissioner is appointed by the president, and so I think President Ramaphosa was within his rights to suspend Tom Moyane. We'll have to see if he continues the fight or he goes quietly. But I think this is a significant move from the president.
Yeah. What disciplinary proceedings will Moyane actually be facing?
That I'm not 100% sure of. I mean, I assume the president has laid out the basis for his loss of confidence. And it depends whether Mr. Moyane is going to stay and fight. But I think the important thing is that his appointment was really seen as being based on a political mandate. He came to SARS. He swept out the top management, and as in the case of Mr. Mokwakwa. He was seen as protecting people close to former President Zuma, and I think this move by President Ramaphosa to get rid of one of the top bureaucrats in a key institution like SARS is important in terms of moving the ship of state to a different direction.
You know, one of the I think many people and articles this morning coming out and describing this move from our president by getting rid of Tom Moyane as I think one of the biggest moves when it comes to trying to rid this country of state capture, because Tom Moyane being very much so involved in state capture, if reports and allegations are anything to go by, somebody who has captured an institution that's always had a very, very good reputation, and yet its reputation has been tainted over these last months at the behest of some incredible staff members, including even seeing at the time the finance minister being removed there. We're talking Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan, who's back in a different capacity now. So, I mean, there was a lot happening during that time when Tom Moyane was there. I mean, just remind us of some of the instances.
Look, I think one of the features of the Zuma presidency was Zuma's capture and control of the security institutions, and that includes SARS. After the capture of the Hawks and the police and the intelligence services, SARS was one of the last institutions with the powers to, in a sense, go after the president and the president's friends. And we've seen in Jacques Pauw's book, The President's Keepers, that his belief is that one of the major reasons for Moyane being brought in and the top echelon of SARS exiting at that time was because SARS was starting to go after the president around his taxes. They were starting to investigate the Guptas. They were starting to investigate other allies of the president. So this is an enormously powerful position. And I think this is an indication of President Ramaphosa's determination to cut the head off the state capture project.
Let's just quickly wrap this up in the interest of timing. The man now that's replacing Moyane as interim is Mark Kingon. Do we know much about him? I know that he's obviously been serving in SARS for quite some time now. He's in effect in the position of Jonas Mokwakwa. He replaced him in Joseph Mokwakwa's position. He replaced him. Is there anything else we know about him?
Yes, look, he's somebody who's totally steeped in SARS and its traditions. I'm speaking under correction, but I think that Mr. Kingon's father was the commissioner of SARS a long time ago. I think he's been at SARS for most of his career. He's there in an acting position, but he knows the systems. He's been a top executive at SARS for decades. So I think he's a steady hand while the situation with Tom Moyane plays out, and the president finds somebody new to take over SARS.
Sam Sol, thanks so much for talking to us here on the program. We'll certainly be getting a little bit more analysis with regard to the dismissal of, well, I suppose the suspension of Tom Moyane, and we're hearing there that now standing in his position, we've got somebody that's been there for many, many years, and we'll learn more about this man as time goes by. But let's move on with other